Hi guys, I'm Chels Daft. Welcome to the channel, and the whole purpose of my channel is to create content you guys enjoy that's informative but also gets you thinking. So today it's Olivier, Tammy and Timo. We're going to look at the three of them, what qualities they've got, what qualities they offer Frank Lampard's team, the way they're playing now, each of them. Has it changed your opinion of the level of their importance? This is what we're going to get into. Hopefully you enjoy the content. If you do, drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel, and let's get cracking. So I'm just asking the question because I think over the past couple of weeks, with the injuries that we've got, obviously Hakim Ziyech is now injured and out for a couple of weeks, along with Callum Hudson-Odoi, which forces Frank Lampard's hand into playing and continually playing Timo Werner on the wing. Christian Pulisic is back from injury but has missed the majority of the season so far with his hamstring that went in the FA Cup final. Then he come back and it flared up again. He spoke today, Frank, and said that he felt a slight little pull, but it's nothing to worry about, and he's back training again, which is good. Touch wood that Christian Pulisic is going to be okay. But as I say, Timo Werner is going to have to be forced into be playing on the left-hand side or maybe the right-hand side for a number of weeks while we wait for Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi to come back. So looking at short term, over this busy Christmas period leading up to and getting through it, you're probably going to see the likes of Tammy, Olivier Giroud in contention, fighting for that spot as the main striker. With Timo, as I say, probably being played on the wing more often than not. So let's look at what each of those players brings to the Chelsea squad and the Chelsea team and what they offer Frank Lampard in a 4-3-3 formation, playing up top through the middle. Not wide, but through the middle. So let's start with Olivier Giroud, the obvious choice at the moment because of his goal-scoring form, because he's probably one of the most underrated strikers in the Premier League that we've seen. Arsenal, they didn't appreciate him. He felt most of the time that he should have deserved starts. He was shoved on the bench more often than not, played cup games, played Europa League. He didn't feel appreciated, so when he had the opportunity to leave, he left and he come to Chelsea. Had pretty much the same sort of a situation, not so much in the beginning with Conte there, because Conte first signed him, but gradually found his position under threat, and then when managers had changed, then he found himself sort of out the side. Look at the Sarri season. He was just prolific in the Europa League, and he's earned the right to his chances in the Chelsea team under Frank Lampard. And just look what he did and what he produced for us at the end of last season, which pretty much guaranteed us the top 4 finish. Look at Giroud now. He's not been playing a lot. He's hardly featured. When he's called upon, he comes in and scores. Scores against Rennes, a really important goal. Then against Sevilla, he comes in and scores 4. And then he scores again against Leeds. Olivier Giroud is probably the most complete striker that we've got, and arguably probably one of the most complete strikers in the Premier League. When you think about all aspects, the only aspect that he misses out on, he lacks his real pace. But he's still got a turn of pace, which still gets him about the pitch, but he's just not as quick as other people. But the ability he's got over the ball at his feet is outrageous. His awareness is outrageous. His positional play is outrageous. And when I say outrageous, I'm basically saying what we all know, just exceptional, unbelievable. And for someone to be looked at probably as a backup or someone that's been so underrated in their career, you really do have to question as to why. Obviously, there's been competition for places where he's been. We understand that. But when he's given opportunities, he delivers more often than not. He can hold the ball up. He can bring other people into play. He can create things on his own. He can just be a real influence and a target man and a link man. He can be everything you want him to be, apart from someone playing off the shoulder. And in the 4-3-3 formation, what Olivier Giroud gives you is someone that leads that line fantastically well, and players know you can build from. So if you're under pressure, under the cosh in games, you've got an out ball because you know it's going to stick. And people can then gamble, play off of that, play off of Giroud, make their runs, play it into him and go again. Or Giroud can just make himself available for the little 1-2 flicks that he gives. Some of the times it doesn't come off, we understand that, but most of the time it does. But Olivier Giroud at the moment has probably gone from third choice to pretty much second choice for the striker position with everybody fit. The first choice for me would be Timo Werner. Timo Werner as the main striker with Christian Pulisic one side, Hakim Ziyech on the other is the dream three for me. That's the dream three up front. Timo Werner has got pace to burn. You can sit and be defensive for 89 minutes of a game that lasts 90 minutes, play one ball over the top or in the channel with him making a run, and it's game over. He's that good. Yes, he's had his troubles in front of goal at times, which we've seen, but he's also been scoring good goals as well. He's scored plenty so far, and we've seen little glimpses of what he can do. Look at the Southampton game and the 2 goals he scored against Southampton, and it gives you an idea of what this guy is capable of on a consistent basis being played through the middle. Werner is flexible. He's willing to go out and work on the wings. He lays on assists. His assist for Christian Pulisic against Leeds was just brilliant. Great run and a great ball in rather than drive himself towards goal. Someone that has struggled for goals of late. He wasn't selfish. He saw the run of Christian Pulisic and played it into him rather than drive and go for goal himself from a tighter angle. And the good thing about Timo Werner, he's never dropped his head. He's never stopped making those runs. But Timo Werner, for me, would be the first choice with a fully fit squad up front because of his pace, because of the skill, and because purely and simply because his finishing ability. Obviously, he's not the same sort of a player that Olivier Giroud is. He's not going to be your link man. He's not going to be somebody who looks to hold the ball up and bring other people in. He's the one that gets on the end of things. And when you've got Hakim Ziyech's left foot, Christian Pulisic's dribbling ability, being supported by quality from midfield, you've got to go Timo Werner all day long. I said at the beginning of the season I thought that he would be the first choice, and that hasn't changed for me. Hasn't changed for me over the course of the whole season. Short term, he'll be playing on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side with Christian Pulisic because, as I say, we've got Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi injured. So Tammy Abraham. Now, Tammy's been scoring this season. Tammy has taken the competition for places well. He dealt with it well at the end of last season when Olivier Giroud got in, scored his goals. He didn't kick off. You didn't see anything in the press with him sort of, moaning about the situation. Just got on with his football. He understands that he's coming into the Chelsea first team last year for the first time, and there's going to be competition. Competition for places is fantastic for a manager in his squad because it takes everyone from there up to there, and that's what you want Tammy Abraham to do. The problem that Tammy's got at the moment, and it was pretty much magnified against Krasnodar the other night, is for someone of his size. I wouldn't say that he's a sort of strong physique. He's more athletic. He's quick. He's tall and leggy. So when he gets into his stride, he's going to be off and away. But Tammy needs to do more when he's playing up with his back towards goal. Now, it was difficult for him the other night because he had 2 defenders around him. Plus, he had the midfielders dropping in front of him, closing that gap in the space. And he really struggled. The one thing he did do well was when he earned the penalty. Great little move, great run, great spin. Caught the defender out. Tammy will score you goals all day long. He'll score you goals all season. Different types of goals. Headers, tap-ins, goals where he makes a move in the channel. He's not someone that can be a link man. So if you're up against it, let's just say we get Bayern Munich in the Champions League. You're up against it for 89 minutes. You put the ball up to him, trying to get him to hold the ball up and lay it off to somebody else who's making a run. I'd pretty much say probably 80% of the time he's not be able to do that. And that's what he needs to improve. He needs to improve the ability he's got to use his height to win the ball in the air. He doesn't win enough for me. He needs to be stronger. He needs to put his body about a little bit more. Look at Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba wasn't the strongest. Didier Drogba had an athletic physique, let's just say that. But he knew where and when to put his body in the way or to be a little bit stronger or impose himself. And that's what Tammy needs to do. It's what Olivier Giroud does, and that's the difference. And I think we all saw the difference from the way Giroud leads the line to the way Tammy does. Tammy's not yet that player, and that's probably the difference. So for me, at the moment, I think if we get Christian Pulisic back, and I think if you get Callum Hudson-Odoi back, all fit and firing, as well as Hakim Ziyech fully fit and firing, then the second option to Timo Werner up front has to be Olivier Giroud at the moment. Tammy would find himself in third place. Now, that's probably changed from the beginning of the season because it's probably Timo, then Tammy, then Giroud, despite what Giroud did. I just think that each of the forwards are very, very different. I think you've got Timo, who's just blessed with pace, looking to get in the channel. You've then got the extreme being Olivier Giroud, who's not quick, but will be your strong physical presence up front. And Tammy's somewhere in between both of those sort of types of forward. So it's just interesting to talk about, really. I just want to do the video on it of Giroud, Tammy and Timo as how you see them performing at the moment. Who would be your main starter right now, the way we're playing, and the fact that Timo Werner is probably going to be playing on the wing for a few weeks? Who would be your starter between Tammy and Olivier Giroud? And overall, with everybody fit, who starts, who's your second choice, and who finds himself in third place? I love to listen to all of your opinions in the comments section below. Just let me know what you guys think. As many comments as possible. Drop a like on the video as well if you like the video. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching the video and taking the time to do so. Have a look around the channel for more videos. There's more videos listed here. So hopefully you enjoy them. Thanks again. Have a good Thursday. See you guys tomorrow.